third phase of moon. Third.
Hello?
Hey Tay, it's Blake Cousins. How you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
Hey, good. Is it too late to call now? I just got your email. I'd like to look at that photo or photos that you're talking about.
No. It's not too late. Yeah, man. It's just the whole experience is kind of weird because I mean I've been watching your channel for a long time and been a huge fan, but I've seen some weird, gnarly stuff like a couple months ago or even like a couple years ago, and then all of a sudden the blood moon, I'm like looking up there and I'm thinking to myself, is the moon real? I'm just asking all these questions, just like I'm just staring at it.
Sure.
I turn to my left and I'm like, oh.
Hold on a sec. Tay, can I record this? Can I share this conversation on Third Phase?
Say that again? You were breaking out.
May I share this on Third Phase of Moon, this conversation that we're having right now?
Yeah, man, it's not a problem.
Okay, cool. Okay, so you turned left. What did you see?
So I turned left, I'm looking up, and I looked up and I just paused, and I'm like, is that a V? And then the first thing I thought was that, like, that TR3B or TR3B, whatever. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, shit. And then I'm like, where's my cell phone? So I grabbed my cell phone, I just started snapping photos. And I snapped, like, 4 or 5 photos, and then I'm thinking to myself, like, no, this is not, like, I mean, I blinked a couple times, and I literally went inside, and I went back outside. It's still there. And I'm looking at, like, it didn't move. There were clouds around it, and I'm just looking at myself, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, shit, like, is there, like, a craft that's going to come through or come by? I didn't see how it was formed or anything. I just looked up and it was there. And then I think that night I went online just to see if anyone reported anything. I didn't see anything. But the next night,
absolutely,
there's a couple other channels, and then people people posted it, and
sure.
I think I was probably the closest to this thing because I was probably about a quarter of a mile from being directly underneath it. So I'm like looking at this thing like it's crazy. I was standing there for almost an hour. There were some reports online like, oh, it was there for 35 minutes. No, I was there like for almost an hour. I would say about 52 to 53 minutes, and I was just staring at it. And I mean, nothing happened. The clouds was just the same formation. Like, I swear to you, like, it moved with the earth. Like, it just moved simultaneously. It didn't change formation. The clouds around it didn't change. I'm staring at it, and like, it was just still there. I went inside, and I called my friends up, and I'm like, hey, do you see the V, like, right above you? And they're like, they went outside, they're like, oh, yeah, I see it in the distance. And I'm like, isn't that kind of weird? They're like, I mean, all of them were like, I guess, like, they weren't really thinking. I'm like, no, like, does that shit look like it's natural? They're like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, okay, good, because I think I thought I was going crazy. I was like, I see it. I mean, it's huge. This thing was massive. It wasn't like a small little V or something like a kid would look up and be like, oh, that's the shape of a chicken or shape of a heart. You know what I mean? It's a huge V. You can't miss it.
Well, let me ask you this. It's these photographs have been making the rounds on the internet. It's a first. I've been trying to get in contact with somebody that actually wanted to share their story and their side of what they witnessed themselves. Appreciate you sharing this right now. Do you have the photographs? Can we? Are you going to send it over?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Is this your cell phone? I mean, I'll text it to you right now.
Okay, I'm going to send you my email, and definitely we'll share it. I just wanted to get some more questions. Exactly when did this take place, and where was your location, and what part in Los Angeles?
Yeah, it's in Orange County, and it was on the blood moon night. It was just the blood moon night, and I was just, I mean, I looked up, it was on Huntington Beach, and I looked up, and I'm just like,
that's what I think.
It was just there. It was just there. I don't know what else to say, yeah.
That's what's pretty amazing, is it takes people in a major kind of celestial event for people to keep an eye on the skies, like, oh, there's a meteor shower coming up, or there's a full moon. People start looking up in the skies, and that's when the UFO sightings start to happen. Was this an object, in your opinion? What do you think it was?
In my honest opinion, this might sound crazy, but for a V shape like that, I mean, I personally think that there was probably something above it. I didn't see any light because it was pretty thick.
Yep.
There's a pretty thick marine layer in one. That's another weird thing about it is there's an area that has a thick marine layer, and then all of a sudden to the right of it is this clear moon. The moon was clear. There was nothing covering it. There was nothing around it. But then left of it, or behind it, or whatever you want to call it, it was just, this thick marine cloud layer, and then there's this V. I'm thinking, maybe somehow, or if there was a craft or something, or whatever this UFO is that was above it, and maybe it got too close, so it vaporized around the edges, and it was shaped as a V. That was my conclusion, and I still think that's what happened, because there's no way. How in the world is there a V that's shaped in the sky, and it just stayed there? And something's got to come out of it, or something's got to happen for that shape to happen.
It's just
Mother Nature or God, doesn't just create perfect V.
It's wholly unnatural.
It wasn't natural, so.
Yeah, it's a unnatural event that happened. Tens of thousands of people saw the same thing, but there's only so many photographs, and even the major media doesn't even want to tap in on that. Did you see anything on KTLA in regards to this, or nothing?
I checked out the local media. They covered about this weird V that was in the sky. They'll cover about the stupidest thing in the world, about ads on trash cans, or saying, or whatever, something stupid that just that that they probably made up, that there's a story about. And I don't even watch news anymore, but that night I did. And most of the coverage was people looking up the sky, looking, oh, here's the moon. That was it. I'm like,
that's
how
not
do people miss this V? I know I wasn't the only one that saw it. My friends all saw it. My neighbors saw it because I asked them. They were all looking at it, pointing at it, what the heck is that? And so I don't understand how the cameraman was just zooming in. If he zooms out, he could see it on the left side, or wherever he or she is standing at. They're going to be able to see if they zoom out, or even just look up in the sky. So it's just, to me, I'm kind of dumbfounded to find out that the media didn't even cover it at all.
Well, that's exactly. I think they don't want to cover it. They want to cover up. They want to talk about the blood moon, or the really major significant event that happened was what you witnessed, and a lot of people witnessed over there. That's what's incredible about this situation. I'm just glad that I got to speak with somebody on the ground and share footage with permission granted. That's what it's all about. Tay,
so it was just it was
hold on a sec.
2 miles
Tay,
from the mountains, and it was just. Go
Tay,
ahead.
You're actually a helicopter pilot.
Yeah, I have my license.
Okay, so you know exactly what aerial aircraft looks like. Obviously.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. There's members of my family that are very high up there in Boeing, and we have airplanes all around the house. They've worked on the Dreamliner. I can tell you. There's a lot of stuff that I can tell you offline that I know of that I can I don't want to put people in jeopardy from what I know, but it's crazy. I'm not stupid when it comes to lights and when it comes to all that, and especially being a pilot myself. I'm aware. I'm not colorblind, obviously, because if you're colorblind, you can't get your license. Period.
Well, you know what, Tay, what I want to do.
It was just there, and literally we stared at it.
What I want to do, Tay, is get this information out in regards to this Los Angeles encounter, the V-shape. New footage that nobody's ever seen before? Is this a first time?
In regards to that V?
Yes.
I think my V is probably better looking than any other V that was posted online, because the Vs I saw was like a stick figure. It was just so blotched out. And so, I can send it to you. You might like it or not. I have no idea. But it's something that I have on my phone. I just love to send it to you. Love to share it to your viewers and to everyone that's asking, well, I saw pictures and that's not real. Well, you know what? I'm a real person. I have no affiliation to anybody except what I do, and I love what I do, and I have no affiliation with you, but I am a listener, and I've never contacted you before. I've been wanting to contact you ever since I got this V. I didn't think it was that big of a deal until I saw other postings online in regards to that, and the other postings were I mean, it sucks that they were at different angles, but mine was like right there. I mean, I saw it. I zoomed in on it. I took a photo of it, multiple photos of it. I tried to record it, but it was just dark, so I couldn't get anything off my iPhone.
Well, we'll do some enhancements. We'll brighten, contrast the photos. I'm sure as we're talking, people are going to see this, the photos, as this just came in live right here at Third Phase of Moon. Tay, appreciate you sharing this. You know what? We'll keep in touch. Get those photographs tonight. Maybe you could come back on the radio, explain some more of this, other stories that you have, insight that maybe people need to hear and wake up. Tay, appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Okay, stand by. This is Blake Cousins. You heard it right now, breaking news. Just new footage coming in from LA in regards to the V-shaped phenomenon. Keep your eyes on the skies, people. We're not alone. Blake Cousins. We'll see everybody again next time.